but keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.
Boom. We're live. Episode 3, Succession Season 1 finale. No, I think it would have didn't matter. I was sitting in my head, I was like, why did we do 4 this time when we could have just spaced them out farther? But I think it all math makes math and makes perfect sense why we're doing what we're doing. But we are here to close out Succession Season 1. We will give it our ranking at the end of it, and then next week it can join the rest of the other 2 seasons when they finish as is. Going to be a very interesting ranking, I would say. Leftover 1 is short, so we only have so many seasons that we get to rank. 2, True Detective is their anthology, so they could be all over the place for everybody. I'm interested to see like what 1 hits for 1 and doesn't, and then I think Succession is just. I'm interested to see where you all feel how season 1 ranks. But overall, we did 2 episodes of Leftovers. We did 2 episodes of True Detective season 1, and we did 4. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes of Succession season 1. So again, I appreciate everybody clicking. If you haven't watched any of these shows, go watch these shows. I think they're all picking up pretty interesting. I'm enjoying every single one of them. I pushed it a little close to the wire this time, but I did get it in, so I did finish it. Clean bill of health. Mark, how are you? Even though you kept us waiting, how are you though? Just one on the record.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I think everybody who knows in this community knows I'm probably the last one to show up here. Like usually, no matter what, I don't know, just what happens. No, yeah, it's pretty good. Even though you're right, it does make sense. It does feel like we kind of got like a surprise ending to one season, just like we just ran through Succession really quick. And it does feel like we're slow rolling the fuck out of Leftovers and True Detective. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Maybe we bump those to a couple. I don't know. We could have been closer, but overall, it worked the way it worked. By the way, just saw a trailer watching the Red Sox game currently. Last Frontier from the creators of Blacklist coming to Apple TV. It looks like a fucking crazy ass show. I don't know what it's even about, but I just saw an action-packed, like trying to get a prisoner out of a car, like scene. So it seems interesting. Check it out. Not a plug. Coming soon to TV Chronicles.
We'll do a live TV Chronicles. Watch along every week.
It did enough to make me go, that's interesting. So
we know the experiment's working. Now Cody can just see a commercial for a TV show, and he's like, might have to check that out.
My wife's like, I have a TV. Would you want to watch? I said, sure. And she's like, you want to watch the TV show? I'm like, I'm a new man. Things have changed. Movies suck. TV is best. But yes, Matt, how are you? How was your viewing experience? You did not keep us late. You were on time. On the record.
I'm doing good. I mean, like you guys said, we are kind of slow rolling some of the other shows because, I mean, Leftovers only has 3 seasons. And True Detective, I thought was good to kind of slow roll the first season because I know the first season's good. So I figured we'd give these episodes their due. But we're definitely going to speed up True Detective as we move along. But yeah, I mean, it's all good stuff. We'll get a season finale to talk about. So it should be a good show.
Yeah, just want everybody to know. Normally in this community, I have I'm connected to something that we do. Like, it's not always my idea or my thought, but I know where we're going. This show is exclusively the opposite of that. They asked my opinion, but these 2 are the brain trust to tell us where we're going and what we're seeing. I think I fought for a few things, but like overall, they break down how many episodes, they do all the work, they find out the episodes. So they're the brains. I'm just along for the ride because I don't know shit.
I mean, Cody wanted us to do Breaking Bad again this season, but we had to kind of tell him we can only do that once.
Well, like our 2-year anniversary of doing the show, we could bring it back. 2-year special coming back.
We'll watch it
Episode
backwards.
100.
We'll start from the series finale and then just work our way backwards.
Oh, find Walt. Just get diagnosed with cancer. That would be fun. Okay, we're gonna get started. We're gonna do the leftovers again. If you haven't watched how we have done the show, well, go back and watch it because it's really stupid for you hopping this episode 3. But we kind of break down everything. But Matt kind of gives a description of what we see, and then we'll talk about the things we liked and things we didn't like.
All right, so episode 7, Solace for Tired Feet. Kevin's father escapes the mental hospital and tries to get Kevin to accept an invitation, while Tom starts to realize that Wayne has been deceiving him. Meanwhile, Nora and Kevin take the relationship to the next level, and Jill tries to break a dangerous record.
AKA fuck is what he is saying. Second, I was meaning to look this up. Who plays the dad?
Scott Glenn.
Yeah, Scott Glenn.
Oh, what a great, I'm sorry, that was the most bullshit thing I've ever seen in my life. We're not into teleporting and stuff, but granddaughter goes into a thing and then is all of them back there. Kind of makes sense to kind of get close to her to need her help, but it was always a really funny thing. I was like, what the fuck? Of course who is this guy? Don't tell your dad I was here.
I mean, the voices might have guided him there, so who knows?
That is very true. I did have a pretty fun time with this episode, I will say, overall. Just with the dad, because you don't. I guess in this first 2 episodes, these next 2 episodes, Kevin's more complex than we know.
Mm-hmm.
At least how the show has let it on.
Than even he knows, really.
True. That's a fair point.
Right.
So, but basically, I really like the dynamic between, well, isn't this where he's also, or is that the next episode where Nora, well, they take it to the next level, so it's kind of
they're kind of
introducing
dating in
him
this episode, and they end up going back to her place.
Yeah, and the dinner and she's having to deal. The daughter is very complex, having to deal with multiple layers of this. Mom is not vanished. Mom is not dead. Mom is just in a religious cult that doesn't speak and can't have connection. So, and then to get her replaced, and instead of him waiting for her to come back, he's kind of moving on. While crazy grandpa used to be a police chief, did some bad things. What did he end up doing? What was the bad thing?
I think they said he burned down the library.
Right. Yes, that is right. He did torch it. Because he heard, because of some of the stuff.
He's been hearing some voices and stuff. And I guess they've been telling him to do stuff.
Yeah. And kind of breaks in trying to get stuff order. He's trying to order a what? National Geographic?
A specific National Geographic, yeah.
To explain what's happening.
That's what he needed to find. I don't even think it's that. He just said you need to give him this copy.
Yeah, you need to give it to your son, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because he was showing him something. He's taking all these amount of pills and stuff to get his dad is concerned about the amount of pills on his son's night show, but
I mean, it was a lot of pills.
Yeah, but you're also in the mental hospital, so well, what are we who are you to tell me that I'm crazy? And they end up going back, and I like that he gets he lets him in. Well, I think there's more of a story. Sorry, I jumped. We can jump wherever we want, but that girl that he is lets stay at his house,
his daughter's friend,
and he's been sleepwalking, that we learned, because he's got a bite on his hand. He doesn't remember how he got that.
He's got a dog chained up in the backyard.
The daughter's friend goes, "Do you know what you said to me last night?" And then his response was one of the weirdest responses ever. "Do you enjoy staying here?" Yeah, yes, I do. All right. And then
so don't say no weird shit.
I was like, so you don't remember anything. We find out did some stuff. Is that accurate, or is that just a joke that was?
She said that to Jill. I think that's in the next episode where she says that to
Okay,
Jill.
sorry.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to
Okay.
that's gonna be.
I'm trying to
some...
unpack all that because that was a little weird. But then, while the grandpa shows up at the house, basically she calls her dad to come home. He gets in the handcuffs, like he's fine. Like, let's go. I'm fine with it. And then breaks the fuck out and runs again. Like the voices are fully talking, but I really liked that whole family aspect of this episode. The daughter, the grandfather, and Kevin's like whole. It was enough. It was interesting enough to keep everything going.
Yeah, I think the thing I really like, I thought that was all good, and I really like too the whole just the Nora and the Kevin of it all, seeing them get closer. They've gone on a few dates now. She invites him back to his place. Eventually, of course, they got a couple of the guilty remnant people are standing outside her house, and she just sprays them with a hose. Kind of puts a damper on the mood, though. But they end up getting back together again, I believe, towards the end of this episode. So I really like seeing their relationship develop. And then, yeah, the crazy stuff with the grandpa. And then Matt, the pastor, he gets dragged into it too, because I guess they were close. So he's helping him out a little bit because he's full on. Oh, you're hearing voices? They're telling you what to do? That's probably a good thing. I'll help you out. They told me to go to the casino and bet a whole bunch of money.
I mean, things turned out really well for him, until they didn't. I kind of want to talk about like just because we brought up the religious themes like for this show, the obvious one. I think
What? The show's
I kind of
religious? Stop
I
it.
kind of want to bring it up here because I think in this episode it gets a lot more interesting just for the sake of like kind of turning it around a little bit of kind of like being a little bit more subversive, but especially when we get to like the obvious one of like the son, can't remember his name,
Tommy,
and
yeah.
Tom figuring out that because that is this episode, right? That like
Mhm.
finds out like that
He
there's
follows the money.
yeah, so
Well,
like
that's when that creepy fuck that hugs people and sleeps
yeah,
with Asian women.
Mhm.
That he told her to drop six. You got $6,000. Drop half of it off to this other place, and he followed where
Like,
that went.
don't I need that money for the baby? Just do what I tell you to do.
yeah, like we're kind of subverting the whole Joseph Virgin Mary thing of like him kind of feeling a bit duped out of it all and kind of losing his faith for that reason, and then to the conversation that Kevin has with his dad of feeling like he's been abandoned, kind of going the whole like God Jesus Christ thing, which I thought was kind of interesting, especially going back to it is because I think it was the first time the show they actually kind of did something different with it.
Yeah. It is pretty
Yeah,
because Tom thought he had like a purpose to protect her and take care of this baby. And then he finds out, oh, there's another couple doing the same exact thing. And that's another one that I know of. How many are actually out there that I don't know of?
you guys, did you like that? Because I hated that.
I mean, I think it's interesting. It is an interesting thing. Just as it's the only thing that I think kind of makes that overall story worthwhile. Because like, oh, if we think we have a Messiah here, but it turns out he's a liar, and now I'm stuck raising this kid because I bought into the wrong guy.
Normally, when you say interesting, it's normally to sugarcoat a shitty storyline. I just want that on the record. No, but overall, I don't hate it. I just don't find the characters playing these characters interesting enough for me to care about their overall storylines. I don't know if that's fair or
It's
foul,
definitely
but
not as interesting as all the other stuff going on over in Mapleton. So it pulls you away from that. So that kind of hurts it. And what's pulling you away from isn't necessarily as interesting, maybe. But
It's definitely fair, just because I mean, I guess this is I think it's like my third full run of the show now. and like this is his story is one that's harder and harder to connect with every time especially season 1. Season 1 for him is just really rough, and I think it's pretty easy to tell that I don't even think like the showrunners really liked where his story was going, because it just felt like we are coming back to it so periodically. They're like, well, like we introduced this guy and this thing, like we kind of have to see it through, like for better or worse. Like
It feels like somebody that started something that doesn't want to leave a plot hole open and be like, we gotta close this thing, and then it always feels like, don't forget this is also happening,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gone really quick. Like he gets shot in the hand this time. Like he gets shot. The girl like panics because I was supposed to be the only one. So he's like brainwashing all these girls to do this stuff with him, which shocking. When she sleeps like in a dungeon place or whatever, like in the back.
Shout out to the one woman though, just crawling herself to the bathroom and just giving birth to that baby all by herself.
Yeah, and like it's just like it feels a part of the same storyline, but it feels so disconnected from everything. Like I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like it feels very similar to like in Breaking Bad when we did Marie's like stealing shit.
Mm.
Like, I get it. Like Marie's steal shit, but like it doesn't. Can we go back to meth? Like okay, like because that never gets added up. That never gets a through line. Like she never really redeems herself from being a fucking thief. Like it's just her crime's not as bad as meth. So like we're just like okay, whatever. So it's similar to this one. I'm just like, I just don't personally care. What else was there? Is this also the one where Liv Tyler, or is that the next episode?
That's the next episode, yeah. Yeah,
So
this one's mostly all the grandpa stuff, and
he ends up go. I love my favorite scene probably in the show so far. Well, besides like the one-offs, like guest or the overall Preacher episode. This one where he comes in to sit down and thing, he goes, "I'm not running. I hired that fatty before I left. Like I know where all these people are. Like believe me." And then he still gets elevated. He still gets angry with him because he's like, you think I'm crazy? Like, but this is what I'm pointing to. So I think it was like a real moment. Like,
well, he's giving his son his destiny, and he doesn't want anything to do with that poor National Geographic magazine.
yeah, and he's trying to hold it. Like it's so got to be so hard to like a member of authority trying to hold your father or a family member in place, and he's doing the best he can with it. So I do like this. Oh, but they do more. I think they do the guilty ridden. What are they called?
The guilty remnant.
Yeah, they like have that scene where they're peeling down those pictures from the lady that just got like.
Yeah, because Matt's putting up the pictures about save them for all the guilty remnant people, and then they start pulling those down. Then they come back with things like "Don't save them."
Yeah.
He's got to find better ways to spend that like $150,000 he's got in his pocket. I mean,
couldn't get a church, but man, he's got a good megaphone, and he's got fucking him and his Kinko's bill has to be out of the fucking world.
I'm hoping he gave a good chunk of it to that woman watching his wife. And that's when Kevin goes there to use he's trying to get a hold of Matt, so he uses her phone because he knows that Matt will pick up for her. And then he gets pissed off when he won't tell him where his dad is. He just breaks her phone. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I mean, this is a pretty tight episode. There's not a ton else, I don't think. I did think the refrigerator game was kind of silly. I mean, first they're playing that crazy truth and dare game on the phone, and now they're doing this refrigerator game. These kids are just.
I mean, they're all fucked up, and I can understand why they're all fucked up, especially when Jill, she's like, I tried to do something good for Grandpa. He's trying to buy this thing, and then Kevin's like, "What the fuck is this shit? Who told you to get this?"
We thought COVID was bad on kids, man. The fucking being left behind is fucking horrible. Yeah, but I think that how the show kind of works, we don't have to break it to good and bad. We kind of just talk about it all at once. But I think overall it was a solid episode.
Yeah.
Not like not top tier of this season, I would say, but it definitely moved the needle and definitely earned some more. And I think it gives us enough breadcrumbs to lead to like the ultimate, like what happens in the next episode. Like, oh, Kevin got some skeletons in his closet.
Because I
You
think
guys
at the
wanna
end
go-
of this episode, he said he's going to stop taking the pills and stuff too, a little bit
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
think he
like that.
washes them
Yeah.
down or whatever. I think
Yeah. So he's going to try to go clean, and maybe we find out those pills were doing
that's a
something to
ton
him.
of pills. You were right. That was a ton of pills. Like, that was.
I mean,
Wow.
it wasn't like they were working. Like, you know,
I mean,
they were doing something.
well, they may have done something. Episode 8.
Yeah, so episode 8 was it Cairo? Kevin awakens in Cairo to learn that he may be losing his mind. Jill remains skeptical of Nora and goes through a personal conflict. And the guilty remnant prepares for an important event. And Meg has an altercation with Matt. So yeah, this one's got a lot going on.
I think the biggest news that we just need to jumpstart with we know what happened to the white shirts.
we did find the white shirts. Apparently, Kevin has been sleepwalking or blacking out or something. And he's been, because he said that was like a couple hours away from the town, right? So he's been going up here sometimes.
Oh, up in New York. Yeah, this part of New York or whatever.
Yeah.
We're all the way here. Him and
I just call him Dog Killer.
Dog Killer has kidnapped
Patty.
Yeah, Patty.
Yeah.
And she is knocked unconscious, and he's like, "What happened last night?" He's like, "What do you mean, what happened last night? What do you remember what happened last night?" "I went to bed." "Well, let's just say you didn't stay in bed." Like, it's just crazy.
I feel a little bad for the Dog Killer because he's thinking that, hey, me and this Kevin guy, we're becoming like really tight buddies. We're hanging out all the time and we're killing dogs and stuff. And then he's like, I don't remember any of that stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, crazy what ended up happening. He did not remember jack shit. He kidnapped her, and I think the overall storyline is Kevin believes, like, oh, we'll just take her back because, like, oops, my bad.
No harm, no foul.
I mean,
we'll just take it back.
I mean, what did he really do? You know,
I mean, he only like assaulted her a little bit and like
he
like
slammed
a
her
little
into the
bit,
car,
just a little bit,
and then kidnapped her
Yeah.
and drove her.
I mean, like,
held her hostage
right?
for a little bit.
I mean, but only a little bit.
And of course,
Okay.
she says that, hey,
Mark,
you
go
can
talk
take
to
me
somebody.
back, but I'm going to definitely press charges and ruin your life.
Oh yeah, I think you think that's what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna turn you in. They're gonna take your daughter away from you, and they're gonna take your job away from you, and they're gonna take your daughter away from you.
You're going to have to finish what you started.
Yeah, what a line! Like, oh, so you can't kill me and you can't let me go. So it seems like you're a little bit of a pickle. I think it's automatically like up there as a show. Like, that was an element that I didn't see. He didn't realize what he did. He ends up finding where basically these shirts have like led him to he's put these on the trees that helped him find like this location. He's been here a couple times. So he's going through all this like surreal stuff. It adds up to more of the sleepwalking because, like, also there's that scene with him and his daughter and her friend in graphic detail. about apparently him sleeping with her. Accurate?
Well, let's let Mark speak because I'm a little bit confused on that one too. I don't know if she's just saying that to screw with Jill because they were kind of having a fight like at that moment too.
I think
I
they
feel like
did.
I feel like it's 100% made up. Like I don't think it happened
Okay.
at all.
Yeah.
I mean, mainly because of just the way she reacts of like you're my best friend. Why would I fuck your dad? And then she throws in on top of a pile of gun. Like she throws in that at the end. Like she's
Yeah, the pile of guns didn't make any sense.
like like we're totally just making shit up here.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. I can get on board if that's where we're thinking that. I'm just overall like I was like, I don't know. But I
Did
did
she
the
want
guns
to get it on with Jill's dad?
probably.
Probably, but
I mean, like we've seen him about it. I mean, we watched that sex scene in the prior episode. We didn't really talk about it, but we watched it. We see the guy's what he's working with. Okay.
Whoa,
Yeah,
Mark,
I don't think
pause.
it happened either.
Pause.
I'm just saying, Justin Theroux, excellent shape.
I mean, he was with Jennifer Aniston there for a while, so
Backpat was a little questionable. But yeah, overall, so there's that. She ends up moving out because detention, I guess.
I mean, you can't stay with somebody who accused you of fucking somebody's dad. Like
You can't be.
it's over.
You gotta at
be-
least separate for a little
she
bit,
could be
cool
the new
off.
stepmom. She could be the new stepmom.
We've seen how that works so well in things.
I mean, yeah, it's like Jill's not happy about that either. Like
It's
she
gonna
was
be
like,
another
hey,
House of Dragons in here.
it's like, hey, you got a gun, right? Like, let me look through all your shit and find your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is where, like Cody was talking about, they have that dinner with Nora, and Jill is kind of on her. Is like she doesn't believe that, like she's all of a sudden better, and she tells her dad that she carries a gun in her purse, and they make her like search through, and there's no gun in there, and then that's when they end up having to go search her house, her Jill and the twins. I want to shout out the twins. I love those guys. They're definitely my some of my favorite characters in this first season. But yeah, so they do end up finding that she still does have the gun. So that kind of goes back to does Wayne really have powers, or is it more of a placebo effect? Is Nora really cured, or is she really wants to be?
I should also say the dinner between like Nora and them happens in this episode.
Yeah.
We kind of jumped the gun, but they're like taking next steps in that relationship. We also get the guilty remnant. Megan, is that her name?
Just Liv Tyler.
I just call her Liv Tyler.
I just remember seeing "Come Home, Megan" on the
Yeah,
flyer, so
yeah.
I think it's her name. Preacher's outside saying, "Hey, this is your mom." Like, his classic, like, just joking around, having some old fun things. Like, "Hey, your mom was a piece of shit," and people like that. And like, "Oh, this part happened. Why don't you just come home? Like, you don't have to do this shit anymore." Well, there's a whole point of silence in this thing. Liv Tyler fully hasn't embraced it yet. She doesn't know how to fully like not speak, so she starts screaming and yelling and
Beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, and
we learned she can dish it out, but she can't take it.
yeah, and then there's this whole like I love the mom. What's her name?
Lori.
Lori's just like like you're not supposed to speak. But yeah, she's having a hard time with the whole situation, which duh.
And that leads to the great scene too, where she tells Liv Tyler that you have to go and apologize to him. So she begrudgingly goes and apologizes, and Nora's there with Matt since they're siblings. And Nora tells Lori, "He's like, yo, since you guys are in such a apologetic mood, maybe you should go apologize to your daughter."
Awesome.
Yeah, no. Nora drops the bomb. I see you're apologizing. Yeah, you might want to stop by your daughter's house and apologize to her. Like, fuck.
Right.
Okay. Sorry.
I guess not. Maybe not.
Almost there. Oh, almost there. Okay. Yeah. So let's go back to Kevin, Dog Killer,
Patty.
Peggy,
I,
Patty.
I do want to say,
Go
like
ahead.
he did say in this episode, he prefers to be known as a guardian angel. So, like, I mean,
Dog killer. I guess we
Dog
can start
Killer,
calling him
Guardian Angel.
Guardian Angel. I mean,
th-
he
those
is
just
a
his
good
own
friend. It
words.
seems like he just went along with Kevin trying to kidnap her, no problem. He's like, "Oh, okay, we're doing this."
Although he did make it very clear, is like he will be still collecting that dollar. Like if he can't domesticate.
Yes, they get the bet about that he can rehabilitate the dog.
Yeah. But yeah, basically goes back and forth, kind of drops some information to him about what Lori like has told him, like about like their marriage beforehand. Like they told me a lot. Like this is how it's gonna end. Like I'm not letting you out of this whatsoever. Guardian Angel. He like goes out, he finds those shirts, he's like battling with it, and then like Dog Killer's like, hey, don't go
I
don't go
took
in
care of
there.
it for you.
We're all good. You know, you just
Don't
give it
go in
like
there.
just give it like 5 minutes.
Don't go in there. He bursts through because like, no, that's not happening. Puts a bag on her head, just gonna let her suffocate and die. He ends up fighting with him, rips open the mask, and like lets her breathe and goes, oh, damn it, Kevin, you can't let me go. You can't let we're in a pickle. And he's like, you fucking idiot. I was gonna let you like this is what's gonna happen, and now you won't do it. Fuck it. I don't know what to tell you. And like so they're battling and forth, and then he's like, that's it, like fuck it. I'm just gonna let you go. Like
But before that, though, we do
go
find
ahead.
out that Patty and some of the other guilty remnant people were the people that actually stoned the other
Oh
guilty remnant woman.
yes.
Yeah.
That was such a true like moment where she's like, and her time came, and when my time comes, and Lori's time is coming too very soon, and like, and he's like, what the fuck is like, what the fuck are you saying? I think it's what he's under. Like, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But then he finally like breaks down. And he's like, fuck it, I'm not doing like you can just go.
Cuts her
Um,
loose.
cuts her loose, and she proceeds to take a glass and shoves it right into her fucking jugular and like bleeds out and dies. And with Kevin's hands all over it, like basically.
Yeah, and before that, she does like a great poem. She just it's just a great scene. The two of them there towards the end of this episode, just fantastic acting in this scene here.
Yeah, Leftovers like has done this. Like, it will do this a couple times throughout the show, where they will just have like these what the fuck moments. Like it's like I didn't see that coming, and I don't even know where we go from here after this. Like it like
Yeah, she was
after
like the big bad of the show up until this point, kind of. If you can say there's a big bad.
it's like
Yeah.
I was sitting, especially what ends up happening in the next episode. I'm like, oh, I guess we're just gonna have to keep sitting with this.
What do you
Yeah,
mean the next episode? We only did 2
Well,
episodes.
remember, Marcus, this is his third go around. So
I mean,
Well, you just sit there and you eat that shit. You just you don't say shit.
You can't tease the good things are coming.
I know. I'm just saying. I know what happens. And Cody's gonna pop on episode 9, and he's gonna go like, "The fuck is this shit? Like, what are we going?"
I mean, he probably says that in almost every episode, really. So
I
Yeah.
also like I kind of sat on this like whenever we had the whole Gladys thing, where the whole stoning thing, like that scene, especially on rewatch, that scene really is just killer. Especially when we got to that part where she was like please stop. It was like she had that moment of regret that she's the martyr for this group. Like
because she already agreed that, hey, we're gonna do this, but after you get about 3 or 4 stones to the face, you kind of rethink your thought process.
Well, like personally, I think Peggy got the easier way out. Like
Patty,
I think she got the easier way out. Just she stabbed herself in the jugular. That had to hurt initially, but her body ran cold real. I had to wait for fucking rocks to keep clobbing you in the head. Was there a draft? Was there like a roll of the dice? Like who got what? Like that sucks. But yeah, I just want this on the record. There's not one episode of The Leftovers I've watched of 8 of these that I'm just like, oh yes, this stuff. I'm still every time, the fuck is this? Just put that on the record. I'm not on board with any of this shit at all. But I'm along for it's like that point in a roller coaster where the bar has now went over your chest and you've heard it lock, and then you hear can't turn back now. We are going forward. I am on the ride. Let's finish it. Yeah, but I think overall great episode. It's it makes perfect like what else is the guilty remnant? Like
I think the only thing other we missed about this episode is we do see that at the beginning Patty is like in the church setting up a whole bunch of clothes for some reason, and then the guilty remnant does get a shipment of something at the end of the episode, but
we'll
probably find out more about that. Yeah, did it show the bodies?
Buddy, I've only seen 2 of these episodes, and it was this, and there's bodies coming off that truck.
Oh yeah. So they unpack the bodies and stuff. So
I think this is this is what it is. As somebody that hasn't seen jack shit, if the Remembrance Day is a bunch of those fucking corpses of people that they've lost, it's going to be the most unhinged thing fucking possible. There's a baby that comes off that thing. There's an absolute baby that comes off that thing. My jaw was on the floor. I was like, there's no way. Because he's like, there's times coming too. Yeah, the whole town's gonna fucking kill you all. The town's gonna beat you from limb to limb. Like you are all dead. If you show a human body, like looking of their loved ones that they're missing, if they paid $40,000 for each one of these, I have a lot more questions about
all right, so it's True Detective then, right?
Oh, just like quick, we don't talk about it, but other plot thing was Jill did join Guilty Remnant. At
at the very end there, yeah, she shows up.
Who?
Jill, she shows up at the house where Lori and Tyler are. That's the daughter.
Dog. Okay, sorry.
I
I don't know any of these fuckers by name. I just know them as what their roles are in the community. I know Nora. I think that's the only
shows. By the time I learned their names, we're on to new shows.
The one thing about Nora makes sense is because we had to track her name during the entire show.
Yeah.
Everybody else, daughter, father, this Holy Spirit. All right. Yeah, I'm in a fucking mess. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Fucked up.
That's right. So we're going to talk True Detective. Was it episode 5?
Yeah. Maybe.
The Secret Fate of All Life.
Yeah.
Hart and Cole share the spoils of a solved case. And then the other, I don't know their names, the 2 detectives in the present day confront the detectives with troubling new intelligence. Yeah. They keep it pretty slim.
Yeah. Go ahead. Somebody open what we want to start with this.
Well, I know that
I think both episodes are really good.
The big thing, of course, this episode is we kind of see they track down the guy and they kind of follow him back to the compound. And Cole's like, Marty, go back and radio for backup. And Marty's like, no, you're not doing this without me.
He's like, you're going to wait here, right? He's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So they pretty much go in. And then, of course, we're seeing what happened. And we're also getting to hear them telling what happened to the police in the present day. And the stories aren't quite matching up. They're talking about there was a massive shootout and stuff, where in actuality they pretty much were able to just sneak up on them and get them cuffed up and stuff. And then Marty goes and he finds the 2 children. He doesn't take it so well. So he goes out there, and I'm sure most people probably would in the same situation.
I had to
Goes after.
rewind. I had to rewind because all I saw like him getting put that down, and then all of a sudden going over, and the bullet goes through the guy's head. I was like, "Martin, what the fuck?" And then all of a sudden I rewind. I'm like, "Oh, well,
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't hate the decision. I don't hate the decision."
I will say though, Cole is definitely someone you want to have in a crisis situation because, like, as soon as Marty kills him, he's like 10 seconds later, he's already thinking of the cover story and what they need to do to kind of save themselves from this whole thing. But yeah, I that's probably definitely my favorite part of the episode. I just loved kind of just seeing what actually happened while they're telling a completely different story of what happened. I thought that was really well done, and of course they become big heroes from it. But yeah,
You want to tell them like, "Hey, let's take the fucking handcuffs off him. Let's grab the Tom." Basically start shooting shit and like all that. I'm like, you've had experience in it. Well, this is questionable at best, but yeah, it's like a little hard for me. I thought it was to follow, but then it made perfect sense. Like that's why they end up claiming that they found that the person and stuff, the whole situation, which I think was or at least that's what we're finding out to know. But yeah, I thought that opening scene was so cool, like how it was all portrayed. Guy explodes, like that was fucking wild. Like, shit. So I was like, wait, you just shot a pistol.
Traps.
What are we doing? I was like, wait, what? Yeah, but yeah, Mark, anything, and then I guess we can go into the later stuff, of course. But that's like a huge chunk. That beginning part is like a huge chunk of their entire like story.
No, that was really. I kind of mentioned this before. I loved when we get into the parts where what they're telling the cops and like what's actually happened is divulged, and like we're kind of getting this spinning web of bullshit, and then we like see what actually. I mean, this is definitely the most shocking one, just because like they just killed a guy and like they covered it up, which but again like nobody cares. Like they were like this guy was both guys clearly terrible people.
Not good guys.
Like, no. Like it's one in which makes sense. I was almost like because we were kind of building up to this for several episodes, and like even though like we did get like a big moment, it does at the same time feel like a bit small in that same sense. Like we were almost expecting like this kind of huge thing. It's like no, the huge thing is just the cover story. Like that just didn't happen. It's just really just to cover their asses.
I think it was very interesting too because like in the same thing where that was like the first 20 minutes of this episode, but then we get into like the family dynamic and basically Marty's ex-wife basically tells him he's got a long road ahead, but like they're gonna try like getting back together and like working and like they're going through all that stuff. Marty has that whole thing with his daughter getting caught in the car with those boys and like slaps her in the
it jumps
face.
ahead like again. So now it's talking about like 2002. So it jumps ahead a few because as far as they're concerned, they solved the case. They got the guys. As far as they're concerned, it's all done. So they've kind of gone back on to just regular cases and stuff. Like you said, Marty, his one daughter is definitely kind of in her rebellion stage, and you got Cole and Marty. You can kind of see where they're kind of starting to kind of drift apart a little bit. I think Cole starts to kind of get a little bit because they're using Cole as more of an interrogator. They bring him in to help out because he's good at getting people to confess and stuff. And then one of them kind of says something about, maybe you guys didn't get the right guy or something like that. So Cole starts getting a little obsessive and following leads and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, you gotta understand, it's a circle, Mr. Cole. It's a circle. Okay, buddy, you're crazy.
I do got say real quick. Even though like those scenes are like really inconsequential, like every one of those scenes, like where he gets those guys, where he gets the people to like just confess.
Oh yeah, the interrogation is great.
Incredible scenes, especially that guy like who's like telling him about the Yellow King. Is like he's like, listen, you just gotta change your story. Like you
Yeah.
over there, blew that motherfucker away. Like just like he gets like this dumb Southern guy, just like, you see what you just did? You just cop to a double murder. And the one next episode, honestly, maybe
Oh
better.
yeah. We'll get
Way
to
more
talk about
fucked
that
up,
one.
but like, but like better.
Yeah, the where he's like interrogating that one guy, and he's like having it, and he's like, "I want to make a deal, like a plea," and he's like, "What do you have to offer us? Like, you just admitted to a double homicide. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, I know who you are. I know you got the wrong guy, the Yellow Man or whatever he
Yellow
said.
King, yeah.
Yellow King, and it just sent him off. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
just like, what the fuck you doing? So he ends up like trying to attack him, and the guys come in like, what the fuck are you doing? Well, we gotta save it. You go home. Are you serious? Well, we gotta save a double homicide right now. You just beat the shit out of him.
He just started
Yeah,
slapping the guy for like no reason. Like, we record these things.
it was wild. It was a wild thing. But like him doing that interrogation is like, that's what it is. You just admitted to a double homicide. Like, just like
I thought we were
what?
just talking.
I mean, I feel like if I was in the room, I probably would have admitted a double homicide. I think
Oh, 100%. I'd be like, yes, I did everything. Take me to jail. Like,
If there's
what?
anything we learn from watching The Shield is if you're in one of those rooms, you shut up until you get a lawyer.
Dude, when he gets really close to me, he talks all in that southern drawl, and just like let the world and the take him in the circle, and you're just like, oh yeah, done deal, buddy. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I'm on board. Just crazy, just absolutely like Faguzzi and Fagazi and blah blah. Like you just like, damn, they can spit. But yeah, he's doing that interrogation there. But there's like that consideration, like maybe they get like it sparks in Cole at least, right? That he thinks they didn't get the right. Like, is he still out there? And he like talks to Marty. He's like, "What if we didn't get the guys? What do you mean? Is the murder stopped? What if maybe the murders we know of? Like maybe they were never found. Like, and that's just something like you're like, oh fuck, like, and of course." Marty has the work ethic of like a fucking snail. Like he's not worried about it. Cole's like, no, I'm in. Like, let's keep chasing.
Oh, yeah. And that's this one too, where we find out that the present day detectives are kind of maybe thinking that Cole is involved in some of this stuff. They got pictures of him just kind of browsing around the crime scene that they show Marty. And of course, Marty's like about Cole is like, you guys, if you had him in here, you weren't getting a read on him. He was getting a read on you. Yeah. So even though that they might not be the best of buddies, there, Marty still respects Cole's abilities.
Because does it end with him going to that like a place where?
Yeah, I think he goes to was it the school?
Yeah, school.
He goes to the school and like he like looks at all these things and he ends up like finding like
some more of the little stick things, yeah.
In a very non-ominous, type of situation, just kind of looking at all these stick figures by himself. Which we did get to this part. I do kind of want to bring, especially like I watched this a bunch of times, like because they bring up that hey, we think we read through Cole's stuff, none of his stories are adding up. Like he led you, like they're telling Mark, yeah, he led you to all the piece of evidence. Like we think like he probably has something to do with it. Like I'm just throwing this question out there. Did you guys think that Cole could be the murderer?
Yeah.
I mean, if this is just a one season, one and done show, I mean, I could see that being the end where McConaughey is the killer, or maybe becomes a killer by the end of it.
So I'm glad you asked that because I was going to ask if that was what I'm supposed to be grabbing. We just played the game. But I was going to ask that because that's what I was really curious about. Because how they portray him is like when you flash forward and flash back from 2012 to 95, like he has seen some shit. One thing is age, sure, but another thing is like, is he a fucking psychopath? And he's given like vibes like stop saying odd shit. The only question I had like near the end of this was when he's got those gloves on and he's holding the thing and like examining it. Two thoughts went through my head. Is either one like, oh, he is looking at this thing for the first time, or admiring it because it's either like a callback to what he did. Like, I don't know if there's like a copy. I don't know anything. This is just full sight scene for the first time. I just think it's an absolutely like fascinating. Like they've at least we are in episode 5 of this. What? There's only 8 in this episode season.
Yeah.
They have got me, and I'm fully like interested on where we're going to be like near the end. So like
they planted enough seeds of doubt where you could see where it's a possibility. I think
for like,
really
but he asked questions that he like. If it was him, he would know the answers to. Now, if he's doing that for plausible deniability, cool. But he's also like trying to hunt down more information, digging deeper, meeting with people to get to the certain spots. So it's just like, I don't know, but like, if it was him, is it still him? Is the question I have, or if there's stuff. So I think that's,
or if he just like got so obsessed with it and went so far down the rabbit hole that he started recreating the stuff himself in the present timeline.
Like I'm gonna like melt down a little bit because I'm like this is just where it's like I think it's such an interesting concept for this show that I don't know like what, and I'm dying to just know what the answer is. And even if the answer is as obvious as it is him, that's going to be so satisfying when the reveal happens. Like that's what I'm ready for. Like I'm so
the good news is you can find out tomorrow if you want to.
Yeah. Victory.
Does anybody else have anything on this episode?
We brought up
T-Mobile's next episode, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we brought up the moment where, unfortunately Marty does nominate himself for Bad Guy of the Week again. I mean,
well,
is that this episode?
No, that was next.
No, yeah, that's the next episode.
Yeah, Marty looks like a model citizen.
Yeah, Marty, he's a family guy. He's got some trouble with his daughters rebelling a little bit, but I mean that happens.
Then he visits a phone store, and then
like he hits his daughter this episode. Like that's bad.
Yeah. He did catch his daughter. Like,
how old are you?
Fooling around with like a.
How old are you?
Age student.
Is that a real question?
Were you in the 90s?
I mean, yeah.
2002.
Matt, were you in the 90s?
I was in the 90s.
This is the most dad shit I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, it's not great. But if my sister was found in a car with 2 men, the slap is the least of her worries. She'd be dead. No questions about it. I'm not condoning the actions, but I don't know. But we were not big on therapy back in the 90s. We were not big on the 90s therapy. Let me tell you, that dad acted the only way he knew
how. He's going to do plenly in the next episode to secure that nomination.
If this is like him he's on the preliminary ballot, fine. Fully bad guy? No. He's lucky she got to the house. She's lucky she didn't die before she got to the house. Like she could have been
there's a serial killer on the loose, maybe. So he's justified to be concerned.
He did open hand.
What a turn of things that Cody and I are now defending child abuse.
I'm defending that we've come a long way since the 90s.
This was 2002.
Early 2000s.
That was 2002, yes.
To be fair,
we just had 9/11. We just had 9/11 happen. We were all in our feelings. We were all trying to figure shit out. Don't worry, he's in the nomination because in this next episode he doesn't help us.
I mean,
which is Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
All right, so I think we can jump to episode 6, Haunted Houses. Cole's activities in 2002 when his partnership with Hart disintegrated and he quits the force are recalled by Maggie. That is just a horrible episode description. IMDb do better.
Facts. Because what the fuck this episode? Like, I could listen. I've seen this episode once. I could do a better job of breaking it down for you all. But listen, I'm just gonna peel the Band-Aid right off. Okay.
Well, let's start with the first thing that Marty does. Is we get to see the flip side of that event where he goes to the police station and the two boys are in the cell there, and he pretty much tells them, oh, hey, you guys can go to jail or you can step out. We'll take care of this right here. As he's putting on gloves.
I mean, to me, this was the more justifiable act. Like, honestly, beat the fuck out of these guys.
Sure. They were adults. He should have beat the shit out of them. Yeah, so that is an event. I need to know if Woody Harrelson is the casting director or / like creative person on this show, because I'm still trying to figure out how this man was able to score 3 of these women in the same season of an 8-run show and still be a scumbag at the end of the day. Like, cheats on his wife with the T-Mobile girl.
He falls off the wagon, starts drinking again, then he starts seeing girls again.
And then does his own laundry.
Oh, that's a rookie mistake, right?
If
there.
that ain't a red flag,
like, what are we doing?
If your husband comes home, throws his clothes in the wash, and then jumps in the shower before he comes and says hello to you,
and he has no history of working out, like, what are we doing here?
And this is 2002, so as Cody was saying, there are no locks on your phone. You just flip that thing open, and anyone can go through.
Like the pixelated fucking thing, whatever. And then, like, what is Michelle like? She's like, so she knows it, like, and she's trying to like get him to like come out and say it, but he's just not saying anything, and like,
that living room scene where he just comes and the girls are watching something on the show, and he's like, "Hey, put the game on for me." So the girls both flee out of there, and the wife is just staring at him with her book right there.
Hey, you all right? Yeah, fine. Oh, would you drink down? Yeah, no problem. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. No problem. Okay.
Weird. Hey, I love you. I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Didn't she say thank you?
Yeah, I think she said thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, in my household, that would be the biggest record scratch moment that's ever happened in our life. Love you. Thank you.
A normal person should realize that they fucked up at that point. Woody's just like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the game's on.
All right, so what I do, like, it would just be an instant, like, what I do, let's figure this out.
I don't know how this guy is a detective.
And she does, like, the most savage thing possible.
A little bit.
Right? To get back at him.
Well, in her mind, she had to think of a way to make sure that she could end it this time for good, so that he wouldn't want to get back with her. And she found a way.
Yeah, Golden sees Cole. They fuck. Cole goes into like a blacked out state almost, doesn't realize what's happening. And after it's, no, why are you here? Like, bitch, what? Like, don't act like you don't know what just happened. I'm sorry, like, I'll have to tell, like, get out, screams, get out at him. And then she's, like, sitting at the table when he shows up. It's like, great ass on her. Like, good job. Like, I knew I was a little too skinny for you, like, all that stuff. Like, I did something. I slept with somebody. And you know who it was. Very close to you. Slept with Cole. Fuck. Like, just takes, like, just how rub your nose in it. Like, painful. And like, I mean, I don't know how much clearer you need to make it, like to like go. Like, what else do you think? Like, you got lucky back in here, and you just jumped off the wagon, so no one feels bad for you at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
he's
I think
lucky
it's like a
he got a
fantastic.
second chance when he did. So,
Yeah,
uh,
Michelle Monaghan owes nobody nothing. Like, no.
and then that ends up with them, Marty and Cole getting just a good old fight outside the police station.
Yeah. He's like sitting in the thing. He's like, "Hey, Cole, what's Cole doing here? Like, Cole's outside." And he's like, and then gets up and then goes back and like takes off all his
Takes his
stuff.
gun off him.
I'm just here for files. And the perfect like double leg just takedown. Just like boom. And then everybody's like, Marty, knock it off. Like he's gonna kick your ass. Like leave him alone. And then he's
Cole
like
lets him
chucking
get a
it.
few hits in. I guess he thinks he
Oh
deserves
yeah.
that.
He plays with him well. He lets him
Yeah,
go and
yeah.
then chucks him into the fucking car. And he's like, I'd stay down. Like, he's like, fuck you. And then they sit there in the office. Well, this is basically, I guess we kind of skipped the part where Cole gets suspended. Like, Cole is suspended because
Yeah.
he keeps digging into areas that the police chief has, like, basically told him to stay the fuck out of.
He
And
went and talked to some
mandatory
powerful
therapy.
people.
Yeah, and then he tells them to go through therapy. Like, go to therapy. Like, you have to. He's like, are you fucking serious? Like, yeah, I'm serious. Basically, he gets in a fight with Cole and then comes back in the room and he was like, I'm done. Like, I'm
Yeah,
done.
because at that point, Marty doesn't like him anymore. So there's like no one there has his back anymore. So he's like, he quits. So
Yeah.
he's going to go investigate on his own. But like we were talking though, I did want to talk about the interrogation that Mark had brought up.
Oh yeah.
Because he gets to interrogate a woman who killed her child, and he is able to get her to confess and everything. It's just a crazy scene, and he pretty much tells her, if you have the opportunity, you should kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Nick Pizzolatto, the writer of the show, not a Casey Anthony fan. I probably just gather from that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, blah, blah, blah. You just. Oh, thank you. By the way, kill yourself. Like, what?
It's going to be very hard for you.
It's not going to be fun in there for you. Might as well just like take care of yourself when you're sitting on. Yeah, but I think this episode is just absolutely incredible. Just from top to bottom. Like, even though I wanted like more like breakdown of like them and Thang in the house, and like when he was breaking that looking last, they kind of sidetrack us, like kind of like go off of the thing. Back on. Well, he's still investigating, but like overall, it's not like as what it was because there's more internal fights. But it was so good to like. I was hooked.
And then pretty much in like the present day, pretty much Marty and Cole have pretty much both left out of the interviews. They've said all they want to say to the detectives, and then we pretty much end it with Marty driving, and the truck starts coming up behind him, just honking the horn, flashing the lights, and it's Cole pulls him over and is like, "Hey, maybe we should talk. Let's go get some beers." And I assume this is probably like the first time they've like seen each other, pretty much since they had their falling out there. But yeah, so
I mean, just again, like True Detective knows that end episode. Just go on up to you. Like, hey, I'll buy you a beer.
There is one.
You buy me a beer.
He does go to that insane mental facility.
I did want to bring that up. Yeah. He visits the girl they saved, and she's just in her own personal hell.
Well, I did have a question. He's like, there's a scar. She like gives like thing. She doesn't speak, but she makes it very clear. The lady says if she reacts in any way, you got to go. Like, you go. And she like does this reaction to him, and then he said scar like on the face and said face, and like she makes eye contact with him and then freaks out. but then also looks around a lot, like, and freaks out at everybody. So at first I'm like, oh my fucking god, is that like this is helping the Cole case so much more right now? Like, oh my god, it's Cole, it's fucking Cole. So yeah, but
I've seen the show. I've seen season 1 a bunch of times. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Like
that she makes eye contact with
that
him
she looks at him and then
and
starts
screams.
screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. I rewound it 3 times. I was like, wait. And then I started. But then when they were around her, like trying to calm her down, she's like doing this. So it's like less. Again, more breadcrumbs that they're leaving. Like could be, could not be. So I think it's so interesting where they're going with that.
And that's what leads him to, what is it, the church or the school or whatever, where he goes and talks to that guy and wants to get, Billy Lee Tuttle, and wants to kind of dig a little bit deeper into some of their stuff. And that's what gets him suspended, which we kind of talked about there a little bit. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely a great episode.
100%.
It was hard not to go to the next one. But hey, we get to finish this weekend, or this week.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great ending, yes.
Okay. Do we want to go to Succession?
Nah, let's just call it a night.
Yeah, I'm ready to do that. So listen, what's happening on my TV right now? I might have to fall into I may just fall completely out of my chair in a second. Okay. So.
All right, so we're going to start off with episode 7, Auschwitz. The Roys gather for a family therapy session, and Kendall finds his sobriety tested. Once again, a great. That's actually, that sums up a lot of this episode, so I think that's a good one. Yeah, this is just a great episode. All the stuff with the family therapy is just.
Listen, this is arguably not going to be the best episode I've watched of Succession. This is one of the funniest episodes I've watched of Succession ever. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've laughed as hard as I did when the therapist jumps into the pool, cracks his teeth, and comes in, and then Brian Cox, Logan, was like, "Oh, now I was going to listen to this fucking idiot that jumps head first in the shower." He's just like, and I love where he's like sitting there, and it's all for like PR, because they're trying to like decide everything of like what they need to end up doing, and like what the situation, like the perspective on this company looks bad. There's family internal fire. You fired your board. You need to do something. So what does Logan think the great idea is? We're going to go on a fucking therapy vacation, get pictures taken and everything. And he sits in that room and goes, everything I did for my kids.
You can tell he's got a pre-prepared speech, because he says the same thing like 3 times.
And I wasn't the best. And they're like, okay, anything else? He goes, all I will say is everything I did. You can't say the same phrase over and over, Dad. And he gets the same. Oh, I said what I said. And he's like, anything else? I don't want to talk anymore.
like what he says immediately after. I was like, what? That's how I feel. I can make this shit up.
I can come up with a different phrase if you like. Also, I would.
Yeah, the kids, they're not so much on board with that.
Yes. Well, you're going to notice a giant cut, but the Red Sox walking off. We're having a grand time. I lost my mind. They didn't have a conversation. So back to Logan and his therapy plan.
It's like Kendall discovering meth all of a sudden.
Oh man, yeah, that's real right, baby. But yeah, it's I don't know where we're talking about. I love this dynamic right now. So I was very concerned how this show was starting with the family dynamics overall. Like, I liked all the characters, but I didn't know how much I liked the characters. And I thought there was a character I think was more complex than I knew because they didn't let us into it as much. But Shiv is one of those characters that is probably the most complex character of them all because she doesn't live in the day-to-day world. She's now never really spoken up to her father really as much. And this is like the turning point where she really did like tell him, like they're in therapy and she's like, I don't think that's really true. I don't think any of this is real. Like this is just like this bullshit, this fake photo op, like all this stuff you want to do. While she's like getting also instructed to meet with a campaign person that basically wants to bring her father to his knees. Like with her ex that she had a relationship while she's engaged and about to be married to Tom. Like there's so many layers to her. It is crazy. And I think that's something that they're doing so well with right now to sell it to us. So yeah, you guys can go wherever we want with that, but that's just where my overall takes were at first.
No, I agree. I think that the way they kind of made her story a little bit more interesting than it's been the last couple episodes when it was just her and that guy in like a hotel room. But now they brought the political guy who's running for president. They got him involved with it too, so that kind of brings that more interesting. And of course, the whole family dynamics, right? I just love like the scenes of like the siblings together. So when you get them all together for like this family therapy thing, and then we'll talk about it later when they actually get to like the real family therapy at the end of the episode. But yeah, I just love the scenes of everyone kind of interacting with one another.
I think this episode, I think, at least start because these 4 episodes, I think, do a good job in general showing this. But I think this episode kind of hit on because we're episode 6 kind of, I think, gives us the big moment, at least the big TV moments of like we get that boardroom scene where like shit's popping off, but like it's all like story and like character and like just kind of moment driven, not just kind of obvious stuff. And here I think is where like this is kind of what I was actually waiting for the show because I know I'd heard it at the show that the show is good at building characters, and I think it's this is the first time I felt like the show was actually good at building like the family dynamic of even though like we are dealing with like a $1 billion company, and it's also one that holds a lot of influence over the country and like politicians and stuff. It is ultimately headed by this megalomaniac person, and it's succeeded by 4 people that have massive daddy issues. And something like we just keep going back to, especially this episode where we get to the end and like we see Kendall's like all fucked up, and then like Logan's like going at Shiv for representing the guy. Like it's like it was the first time I said, okay, this is the type of show that I feel like I was promised. Go like once we started.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it's always hard when a show is like this amped up to live up to hype after so long, especially on a short run. Because I was like, white collar, Game of Thrones, I don't fucking care. Like that's why I just didn't watch it for the longest time. I just didn't understand it. We'll get to the end. I fully understand it now. Like I absolutely fully understand. There's so many layers to this family, and they're so complex and they're so different. I still don't have a lot, but like this episode, to bring them into a therapy situation, and one, this is the family that should never be in therapy. Because overall, like, their tone, if you think Tony Soprano didn't take on the therapy, let me tell you, this family will also not take on the family. Oh, I did laugh really hard when Roman's like, "Oh, I can't wait to talk about it when you sexually assaulted me. Remember when you were ramming me? I was not. Like you can't say that stuff. Well, it happened. And you weren't complaining back then. And then when they get into anything, I did not sexually assault Roman. I did not. He's going to say some crude joke, and I'm going to let him to. So it's just like one of those insane, like funny moments. But yeah, the whole complex, and like Kendall being
He was on
out.
that journey.
Yeah, being out and then being back in, basically, which is interesting. Well, when I say that, it's like he's not back with the stuff, but like him having to do like he gets goes to, he's in the same town with them or whatever, and he's because the wedding's coming soon. I think that's why they're all like around there, right?
Well, no, because he was
No,
invited to the family therapy and he never said he was going
right.
to show up. So then he just
Okay.
kind of shows up, and then he kind of just goes to a bar and meets with these questionable characters and ends up going with them, and they end up doing meth and stuff. He's like, I'm gonna experiment with meth. Experiment
Yeah. Oh,
successful. I think I
never
might be
done.
considering becoming a method.
Yeah. How do you think it? Well, thinking you might be able to go full method. Like I'm considering it. And then he calls Roman. And Roman's like, "Drop your pen." And he's like, "Just drop your pen." And then he shows up. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna leave now." He's like this, and all right. Well, I'm overseeing the launch and stuff. So he's like calling. He's like, "A wimble playing the line." Just driving. He's like, "Will you please shut the fuck up?" Like everything that was going on, I was dying. And he shows up to the house.
Oh yeah.
And Shiv was first, right? Like Shiv and him kind of goes into it, like get into
Mhm.
it because Logan says something like he has birdies like everywhere, like because is it the last episode 6, when he sits down at the dinner table with her, or is it in this run? Because he's like, "Are you sure you want to go down that path?" And I
Yeah,
don't.
it's in this run. Yeah, yeah.
But
Because
like
he's talking about like
oh,
the
that's when he apologized. But after this
yeah.
one, he doesn't apologize. Like he doesn't have that
Mhm.
viewpoint. So he talks to her. He goes, "Oh, you're just marrying him because he can't live up to the expectations like a person that's under you."
You're
Shows,
doing the safe choice as someone who won't challenge you.
and you're a coward. And then
Yeah.
she starts crying. He's like, "Ooh, big conversation coming from the dad that's like calling him a coward and uh calling your daughter a coward." And like he gets up and like gets into Kendall's face and he's like, "You are nothing, you're a nobody," and like
Mm.
walks away, which
I
just
think
ends
my
in the
favorite line in that whole scene there is when Kendall tells Logan that you're so jealous of what you've given your kids. And that just stems at like his feeling towards his
yeah,
kids because they didn't have to work for all this like he did. They didn't have
yeah,
the rough child. They whine that he was mean to them, and then we see at the end of the episodes when he goes swimming, you see the scars on his back from like where he was beaten as a child that they don't even know about and stuff.
yeah, they have no idea like overall like
So it's hard for him to respect them because they pretty much been given all of this.
yeah, so he's like, I've provided this world for you, but when you're supposed to say thank you and move along, like you're, to quote a few good men, I'd just rather you say thank you instead of talk. Otherwise, I don't give a damn what you feel like you're entitled to. Like, because basically, like, just do what I said. I provided everything for you. You never had to work or struggle for anything, and then you're fighting me on every turn over. And if we all look back on it, if Logan wanted to burn everything to the ground, it's Logan's
It's
right
his
to burn
company,
it
yeah.
to the ground. Like it's this entitlement children that believe that they should have a say in what their dad does. And I can
Mhm.
kind of sympathize with Logan in that aspect. Like, why do you the only reason you can even say anything about my comings and goings is because I put you in that position to tell you.
Mhm.
Like there was no guarantee you could have those positions or those spots. So I understand Logan's frustration. He's still an asshole. Like there's no justifying of that. He's still a dick. But overall, like everybody, shut the fuck up. Like Kendall, you'd be passed away, and like you wouldn't be in rehab. You wouldn't do anything. I've done all this stuff for you, so I can see where the boiling over for Logan really is, and like he's like, I. But you also, as a parent, look back and be like, I raised these, and I'm the reason they are exactly what they are right now, and for better or for worse.
Mhm.
So I think that's a really complex episode. And I really think it's so like such a smart delivery because it's weird because like I think younger people will watch and see Logan and be like, God, he's such a fucking dick. But like when you look at it for a second, like I kind of see why Logan's certain, but I also kind of understand why Kendall's the way he is, and I kind of understand Roman's situation. Roman doesn't raise his hand in there because he's got so much fear built up from his father, and it's such a complex development. So this episode, like, there's some lighthearted stuff, but like, there's some real emotional arc in this episode. Anything else on this episode? He does get piss thrown on him at the beginning, and I do love the comment. He's like,
Oh yeah, the piss balloon.
how much piss? Like, how much do they have to store to get that much piss in them? Like, there can't be that much piss. It was piss. I'll tell you,
Like, are we sure it was piss? It was piss.
It 100% was piss. So I thought that was really funny. All right, so we can move on to the next episode. I'm gonna take a step away. You guys can take away the start, and I'll be right back. So go ahead.
All right, so it's going to take us over to episode 8, Prague. Tom has a bachelor party to remember, and Kendall and Roman eye new business opportunities. Tom definitely has a bachelor party. He puts Roman in charge of planning his bachelor party. Maybe not the best move.
Which I was wondering this, like, because he purposely wanted to go to this party, like him saying like the Europe thing falling through. That was bullshit, right? He just wanted to go to this party to like meet people here.
I mean, I'm sure he was just on board for whatever it was going to be. Because I mean, he had his suitcase of stuff there too. I think Roman kind of sprung this on him. He flew his friends in from out of town, the Fly Guys, and then they're pretty much like, "Oh, sorry, it's not enough room for you guys." Tom's actual close friends.
Can't make the Fly Guys wait outside. Just keep your phone on.
We'll catch up with you guys. Let you know where to go.
It's fucking crazy because then like they have to find their way like down this dark tunnel like just by themselves. Like they think they're probably about to get whacked going down.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy how this bachelor party Roman's taken to like this exclusive party that Stewie told him about. And I guess we can just kind of go through the bachelor party stuff first, knock that out, I guess.
I'm here. I do want to talk about what. By the way, if you two fuckers ever invited me somewhere and left me on train tracks,
like, we're sorry, Cody. We'll hook up with you later.
And knowing where both of you live, that's a travel. I'm walking wherever you're walking. I'm going wherever.
Yeah, to be fair, that's on the Fly Guys. If Roman told me I couldn't go to my friend's bachelor party, I'd be like,
I was like, try and stop me. Like, promise you. This way? Fine. Like, I'll call you. This bachelor party was absolutely crazy and some of the worst thing of telephone I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Like, hey Shiv, so when you meant this, when you meant to like this, like we're grown adults and we did this and like did this, what you mean by that? Like what did you mean? Like I just was dying laughing at the whole thing. I thought it was so funny.
And I love when Greg is like, "Oh, does that mean that she kind of has a hall pass too?" And Tom's like, "Oh, I didn't think of that."
It's not a competition, Greg. Like it's not a competition, Greg. Stop it. Like I love commenting Greg's. I was not the biggest Greg guy, which I have thoughts and feelings, and I don't want to express them because I just don't like what I don't like to like try to predict endings and stuff like that. But like I feel like Greg's gonna have a bigger role than what Greg is currently. Like Braun in Game of Thrones. We'll discuss that later.
Well, as long as he kept Kendall alive, Logan and him are going to discuss his future when he gets back from the party.
That is true. Yeah, where he's like watching him the entire time. Well, we see like before he goes to this party, right? Kendall is like trying to create a name that isn't under
He's
that
trying to go out
isn't.
on his own. Yeah.
He's trying to be the cool tech guy. Is like what he's going for.
Well, yeah,
And-
he's trying to like do an investor that's like away from his father.
And the spiel he gives that girl, it almost sounds like he knows what he's talking about and he's good at this stuff, but no.
Well, he also seems like he just doesn't like. He just like fuck your shit, like stupid
Yeah.
art, stupid people. Like my thing is the thing. I'll get your stuff out there.
It's like, we'll make money. Who cares about what your bullshit is? It'll make you money.
I think we missed a massive point last episode. Not to just so Logan ran a smear piece on Kendall about being back on drugs and stuff like that. And like he's like, I didn't smear, like I didn't say that stuff.
That may or may not have pushed Kendall back onto drugs.
And then it came back where he's like, I had to do what I had to do. And then Shiv was like, oh, the first honest thing like you finally said. And then Kendall goes, just living up to the things you put down on paper. Like I'm living up to the standard that you want, which I think was complex. So he's in that situation. But the name Roy is very looked down on in
a lot of places, yeah.
everywhere. So I think it's but yeah. I guess the bachelor party is the main crux of this entire conversation. Before we get into load swapping, we can talk about where Kendall is approached by
Stewie,
his rich friend that did not back him in the thing, and basically he's got a private interest guy that backs him. They're basically one and the same. They work together, and he wants to offer him $500 million for his share in the company so he can be the financial power inside the thing. Well, Kendall's like, I see a perfect thing where I can just merge with you. We can do a financial takeover on him and call it quits. The only thing I have is I want to be CEO.
Just this tiny little thing. I just want to be CEO, you know.
Tiny. I want to run everything. Okay, gotcha. But then he ends up sitting there and he's like, it's going to get messy. Do you think you have it? And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it. I also love that Shiv and Tom are talking about, oh, we're both adults. We can both handle this. Like, we can both figure this stuff out. Like, we get that. And she's hooking up with Nate. Like, actively hooking up with Nate at the time. And then he is, why he is, oh, well, we had to talk and, like, we could do some, I can tell so. Like, if I touch a boob, like, you know, and, like, we're both grown, like, you can do what you gotta do. And then he does
There's going to be, like, a tit for tat situation.
Tit for tat. Like, if I touch a boob, do you grab a dick? Like, is that how this works? And then apparently he goes in the room, gets played with, and she takes his stuff and puts it back in his mouth. And he's like, yeah, you did it. It was really weird. Like, it was cool, but it's kind of the thing.
So it's almost like I didn't do anything because it stayed with me.
And he's like, do people do that? He's like, yeah, a lot of people. Like, it's coming around. Like, I mean, I've heard about it. I just never seen it.
I'm pretty sure there's a name for it.
Yeah. And Greg's like, okay.
Like, good job.
Good job. While Greg is also going around Kendall and making him not do a lot of, like, too much drugs. And he's like,
Greg just
there's
skips in
4 lines of coke here. You're going to need to do this, or that'd be irresponsible if I did all these lines of coke. Like, just making Greg, well, he never said anything about that stuff. Like, what if we did, like, a drink and water? Like, we chased it. Like, we figured it out. He's like, are you sitting here to spy on me? Yeah, basically. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, Connor took some Molly, so he's just going around hugging everyone, telling them he loves them, making everyone super uncomfortable.
He sits next to Roman, and Roman's like, "Oh, I would just take that one. Oh yeah, one. That's all I'm taking. No problem. Like, just the one. Like, so funny." What else? Anything else?
We did get a little bit about their childhood, a little bit, because they're telling us about when Kendall used to put Roman in like a dog kennel, and making me like dog food and stuff. And there's like different variations of the story, so you don't know exactly what happened there.
Yeah, that's true. But then we do have the dinner scene with Logan and Shiv in this episode, where he's like, "Hey, like, I don't want to go digging around and finding," because he makes it known. I think I lost my mind because we went to the playoffs. But he said that like you don't want to go you don't want to go down that path. Like I have spies everywhere. Like I hear everything that goes on. Like he knew she was meeting with this guy. Like she knew that stuff. There's leaks all around. And he's like, I have to end up going down that path. Like I will go down that path. And she gets up and goes, if this is what the meeting is for, then fuck off. And he's like, sorry to hear that. Well, sorry for what I have to do or whatever. And like, oh fuck, like he does not care. And like known facts, he has more power than we truly know. Like overall, the man's
we saw him working with the president like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
we can't 100% sure they didn't ask the president to like make that no-fly zone. Like I can't tell you with absolute certainty.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
And then I think at the end of it, Logan says he's not going to go to the wedding anymore or something like that. Or he has Marsha call up Tom and say he's not going to go to the wedding or something like that.
And then Shiv and Tom go, "Ooh, what happened?" And he's like, just had some fun. And like, doesn't she like grill him like, what is that supposed to mean? And like, I'm fucking with you. Is that
she fucks with him a little bit.
He's like, oh, honey, I'm shitting with you. Like, I don't care at all. Like, did not care at all. So I thought that was just absolutely hilarious. Yeah, but I think that's the episode. Unless you guys want to talk about anything else from that, we had 4 of these, so I think a lot of them run a little bit together. There's always that. The next 2 are pretty streamlined.
Yeah.
Just wanted to do real quick because we also saw Roman try to do his run around with like Seth and that guy, because like he basically tried to make like the same deal that Kendall did.
Yeah.
We get that really awesome moment with like Kendall and like Roman in the elevator where Kendall's just giving him a tear down. Like
because there's the line too. I think was it Connor that says about the 2 fighting dogs? You send away the weak one. You're talking about when they were kids, they were always fighting, and then Roman got sent away to a school or something. And then, of course, I think Connor tells Roman, like, "Oh no, you wanted to go to the school, you begged Dad," and stuff like that. So, they got an interesting childhood that we get to see a little bit of, but we don't really know exactly who's telling the truth about all that.
Yeah.
All right. So, episode 9, prenuptial. The Roys assemble at an English castle where Shiv and Tom's wedding is going to take place, and Kendall's plans are fast-tracked.
Yeah, so basically, just overall wedding plan is the whole name of the game. Rehearsals, all the back and forth, and the merge. But basically, kids are running a little bit free and relaxed because Dad ain't coming. Dad chose not to come. And they're while Kendall is still trying to launch get all that stuff into order. He is meeting, I think Shiv and her political thing are still meeting before they go overall, where she's running Logan and his television or whatever is running basically smear about him killing his wife and stuff like that, and like making it very personal. And he's like, I'm just going to destroy him. Like, do you have a problem with that? And Shiv's like, I don't care what you do. Like, I have no issue. Like, I'll do whatever you want us to do. Like, let's go. But like they're planning on all going to the wedding. So there's that whole thing, but there's like a mixture of families that are coming together. Billion rich people and what is it? Nerds and rich people or whatever are merging at his wedding. No, this is not really a royal affair, but this is at his This is Logan's first wife?
Second wife. So this
Second
is Kendall, Shiv, and Roman's mom.
Yeah,
And
so
then
came
Connor has
over.
a different mother, yeah.
Yeah, came over to come over to the. She agreed to come over there and have the whole wedding over there with her and their whole situation. They do run a little bit of Kendall runs into a little thing that they don't really want to have. Um, they don't want him to be CEO. Like,
Yeah.
there's that pushback. And so, what do you mean? It's just pre-merger. Like, it happens. Like, nothing's set. Nothing's like everything will work out. It doesn't work without you. But because Kendall does not, take calmly at all.
And Kendall decides to talk it out, so he goes and talks to Frank, and like, the hypothetical situations, and Frank's like, "Are you trying to do a hustle takeover?" So he pretty much kind of spills the beans a little bit about that.
Shiv and Tom talk about the cruise. Like, kind of finds she opens the red button to that door and sees if she can get information on that, which I think is interesting that she's going that way. I love that Tom is like, "Have you rethought your dad? Fuck him." Oh, fair, okay. Also about this cruise line, Greg breaks down to Tom that Shiv is having an affair on him, like at the wedding. He tells him to go fuck off.
Greg is just always around to see shady people doing shady shit.
When did he
just Greg
see
in the
that?
background.
It's
in
did
this
Greg?
episode we see that she was like talking with the Nate guy and getting like really close and stuff with him a little bit.
Yeah.
And he witnesses that and decides to tell Tom, and Tom doesn't take it very well.
Yeah, well, I see Tom like walking, like Tom sees her walking away, and he's a little handsy with her.
Mhm.
But overall, they're having that whole conversation. They're going through all the like pre-wedding stuff.
I do love that at one point Logan has like a meeting with all his like assistants and PR people trying to come up with an excuse for why he's not going to his daughter's wedding. It's like, God damn it,
Makes
I
you feel
can't
weak.
come up with a good reason. I don't want to look weak.
Strange. That seems old. Busy. Who's busy for their own daughter's wedding? Like,
it's like, God damn it, I have to go.
Kendall like kind of breaks down to Frank and like figures out like private interest. Like, was this possible? You should see if there's like an opening for a thing. Like, don't get greedy. Like, calm down. Like, Frank wants back in. There is a nomination for bad guy of the week. I think Shiv has a real like up there as a potential. Like, fully talks to Nate. Tom calls her out on Nate and says, "Are you guys together? Like, have you hooked up? Have you done anything?" He's like, No, absolutely not." Like, keeps it clean. That's not the case. And like, these two don't like love each other. Like, I'm sorry, they just don't. Like, it's like
Tom
a
might love
convenience.
her. I don't know if Shiv loves him.
I don't know what Tom likes.
Yeah, it's hard to get a read on Tom and his
Tom
feelings
might not
towards her.
like women. Like, I don't know if that's 100% factual here.
I think my favorite part of this whole episode is that Roman shows up to the place where they're having the wedding, and he brought as a date the woman that gave Tom the blowjob at his bachelor party.
Yeah, she's a fine lady. She's respectful. We ended on good terms. We're fine. I do like so Kendall's like talking to his wife, I think last episode, maybe a few episodes ago, and was like, "I'm not on drugs, like I'm not doing any drugs." Yeah, and that's what you used to, the only problem I'm having is like you used to say the same thing when you were doing drugs, and then he like starts like hyper like talking is like, yeah, and the hyper speech is definitely not helping your case of you not being on drugs. But she's like, they're having a thing about the divorce, and he's like, your lawyers are fucking like, your lawyers have kind of went silent. And he's like, yeah, well, my lawyers say that you're trying to fuck me at this point. So you continue to flirt and stuff like that, and we'll let them handle it. So there's some tension between Kendall and that. Like, Kendall is actively still on drugs. Like, he is actively on drugs. But they basically have a whole conversation, Tom and she, if they really want to like be married together, and she says yes, like you bring peace, like you're a calming effect. And then we get news: Logan is coming to the wedding. The helicopter land. Presidential candidates pissed off because this is like a meeting of the minds, can't really be together.
Mhm.
The Roys have such a bad name. We forgot like the news, like the people, the paintings from the last thing basically told him like, "Oh, let me just say, I can't really partner you because of the last name. That's like partner with Nazi. Like, stop saying the word Nazi. Like, yeah, you Roy is Nazi." And then Kendall runs a smear campaign on them that says they're a bunch of sluts and druggy. And then Kendall, Logan and him like have a meeting of the minds. But I also love every family member that interacts with him is just like, "You're a scumbag, piece of shit." Like, like don't like you at all. Like he talks shit in his family. Like we need to. Roman's like, "Fuck you, man." And then I can't ever think of the nerdy guy's name. The plays Cameron in
Connor, the older brother.
Connor's like he's gonna be the next he's gonna be the next president. He's gonna be the next president. I just beat him in a debate. Like he's definitely not gonna be the next president. But I love that whole like back and forth because like those two powerhouses getting together, I was real worried about the overall situation. And I guess one of the biggest things. What's the girl? The girl that works for Logan, older lady.
Jerry.
Jerry comes in to meet with Shiv and goes, "Hey, by the way, I know everything about the cruise line, like all the cover-ups, all the pace, like all the stuff that happened. So you either tell your newscast to like cut the things, or we're gonna put it out there." And she's like, "So you're bullying? Like yeah, I'm bullying you. Like that's what is happening. You're gonna do that to your father? Yes, 100%. That's what I'm gonna do. Like I have no issue with doing it." And then she gets up and walks away and goes, "No marriage advice for my godmother?" Like just straight back to like crucialist, like murderer's alley. And then there's news that the deal is getting pushed through earlier than expected because they do not want it to break, and Kendall is going to have to, while they're all together, the financial takeover. It's crazy what happens. So that's just an absolute insane moment. Anything else that you guys? There's a lot that happens in this episode.
I think we pretty much covered everything that I had listed here. Did you have anything else, Mark?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, do you think it is interesting that you brought up Shiv as maybe being like a possible like bad guy that we can, which I don't think is 100% wrong. I think a thing that I've found kind of interesting the further we go along the show is I thought at some point, there maybe be like certain family alliances here. Like we just see like people kind of coming together and they're going to work together to be like the head of the family. I kind of like we're at the point now where it's basically just every man for themselves. Like everybody's just kind of trying to do like the best thing for them, and everybody's just kind of working their own similar game, pretty much like her, who I feel like was maybe like our one kind of good person, and now like I guess everybody's just they're all just kind of shitty. Like
I want this on the record. I like Shiv a lot. So like I think her actions were very. I think she fucked Tom over for no good reason.
oh yeah,
Because on paper, there's no reason for them to actually marry. Zero.
No.
Absolute zero. Tom doesn't add anything to Shiv's life.
I mean, it's like Logan said. She found like a weak guy who's not going to challenge her, and she can pretty much just make him do whatever she wants.
So like, and then for him to like have a backbone at one point and like come to her and be like, "I need to know this stuff," and then her to be like, "Nah, it's not really happening that way." Oh, Tom, no, I showed you, Nate. I showed you Nate before. Like we've talked, right? I had to have, like, right? I had to have. No, bitch, you hadn't.
She invited Nate to the wedding,
which is
we need to say that again.
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
And she's like off with him, just the two of them, a lot in preparation for this wedding.
I do love the camera work in this show. like, I think there's just so many things that are so good with like the camera, like Kendall sitting at the end and like the camera like slowly panning to like his panicked face of like the wedding's happening and he's got this bomb that's about to be dropped and he doesn't know how to say anything to his father because he's a lot like Roman but a little bit more outspoken, but he doesn't know it's never going to go well. But that sequence of them getting ready for the wedding and like the music playing and everything and Logan and Shiv like having like trying to have like a normal father-daughter relationship as they're going to give away at the marriage, like there's just like it doesn't feel like normal. Like I think it's a great ending to a penultimate episode.
All right. So
Last episode, season finale.
Nobody is ever missing. Roman faces technical difficulties. Tom marks his territory, and Kendall hits rock bottom with tragic consequences.
Yeah. I do think it is smart to save that for the end. Even though I think it is arguably one of the best parts of this episode, I think we'd be doing a disservice if we talked about it right at the top.
I mean, I think the big thing at the front is they have Kendall actually having to go tell Logan about what they're trying to do. And he pretty much goes in there and Logan's in the bathroom getting ready, I guess, for the ceremony. He's like, "Oh, come on in." And he's like, you need this paperwork. He's like, "What's in it?"
Oh, they printed to the wrong printer in the house. And it's like, what do you mean it's to the wrong printer? Fine. And then the kid's walking through the door and he's like, "Get out." And there's this kid and the overall kid that doesn't. The kid has had a hard 10 episodes, if we're being honest. Punched in the hand with a can, screamed at, yelled at, like all the stuff, made fun of, and then his dad screams at him, and then the mom was like, "You want to scream at your other child over here?" Which just rubs salt in the wound. I do also want to say the theme song to this, it's very light and stuff, like not even theme song, theme tune or score, so good. Like
the music and all of it is good. It's just got like the subtle little piano and stuff like that going on, and all the instrumental stuff is really good. It really helps the show propel.
He breaks it down and like tells it to him, and then Logan like crumbles the paint and throws it in the toilet and be like, "No, get out. Like we're not doing this." And then my God, Logan's one-liners are so good. He's like, "What do you want to do? I want to do good. Then be a fucking nurse." Like, just, like if you want to do, like you don't have the balls to do this. And he lets him leave, and then he screams as soon as he gets to get it figured out. And then he has like a heart-to-heart. He's like, "I need all these people." He's like, they're financial, like they have financial power and everything like this, and they have a bunch of stuff that I don't. By tomorrow, I need a lot of stuff that I don't have currently.
Yeah, he realizes he's in a very weak position, and that this is something he may not be able to beat.
Yeah, he's figured out every other thing. He does not have this figured out at all. And then I jumped ahead, but yeah, this is when he beats him in the debate, like talks to him. He's like, "Every time I look at you, I see a dead children." Like just sits there and talks to him. Well, that's weird. He's gonna be the next president. He just wants to debate me.
And this too when Connor starts talking about, I think I figured out what I'm going to do. I think I should be president.
His like young girlfriend, or playwright, whatever you want to call, prostitute. Basically goes, he doesn't do anything. You're in this position because I
hurt his feelings. And 100%. The instant she said it too, she realized what she did. She saw him start pouting.
Logan fires a busboy and can never be seen for like he never wants to see him again, which is
I mean, to be fair, he did spill like some wine on Logan, so you gotta get out of there. And he did get money and he got a bunch of money and signed an NDA, so
and holy shit, we see that whole wedding speech thing and breaking down and tell me that Shiv has zero interest in fucking Tom. Like, buddy. There was a plane landing in my house, apparently. No, that was just a truck that went by. Good Lord. But there's an overall Shiv's like, yeah, he's my best guy. Like, I like to hang it, and then I like to say wife. And I was like, I about skipped it. I just like, I don't fucking care. This is killing me right now. But they're trying to have these heartfelt speeches that are falling flat.
Not the best.
They truly don't care about themselves.
That's okay. They think they have a hard heart later on.
Yeah, and then I think that's one of the big parts that I want to talk about that I really enjoyed was Shiv and Tom have that conversation, and then Shiv like comes clean that I was like, I did fool around with Nate, like, and then basically because Tom comes to him and goes, "You won the Shiv sweepstakes. Like, you got her. Like, like, what do you mean? Like, who are you? Like, oh, blah blah. Oh, you did shit." And then he's like, "Can I send him home?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, sure." And then tells him she doesn't want to be in a monogamous marriage. And then says, and he's like, "I get that. I just kind of wish you would have told me that before we got married. Like, that would have been great." And like, I don't think there's ever any like compromise reached on that topic. Like,
he gets to kick Nate out of the wedding. I think that was the compromise.
He gets to do that.
That's weird.
After he tells Nate that my parents bought that champagne, you pour it back in the bottle.
That I do love. He's like, if I ever see you around Shiv again, I'm gonna have two people break your legs. I'm gonna pay 2 people to break your legs. So that was interesting. But like, they have this whole heart to heart, and then they end up fooling around. So apparently, like, Tom forgives fast.
Open relationships better than no relationship.
And with that much money, I guess so. I don't know. Shiv is hot, so I don't know what to tell you. Like, go with
He did sign didn't he sign a prenup though?
We never see confirmation of the prenup sign. They do have a disagreement with infidelity was put in there, but maybe that's why she had a problem with the prenup. But he probably ended up signing that because he he just doesn't matter. But he does. There's a real heart to heart. They do have a moment. I mean, we can start. Do we want to start like touching on the?
Is there any? There's one thing this episode I didn't really love was the whole side story with Roman and the rocket launch that exploded. And it is like, oh, maybe you killed some people or were responsible for that. And there's like, oh, a guy lost an arm and lost some thumbs. So I thought that was kind of just like filler to give Roman something to do this episode.
That was so funny and also just really infuriating. Like, it really made me consider also putting him up for bad guy of the week. I mean, like, this guy's Roman, like I feel like I said this last week about Roman. Like, he very much reminds me a lot of Pete, except he just kind of sucks at everything. Like, he's not a good person. He's not good at his job. Like, he doesn't really serve a purpose other than he's there.
Correct. All sound points. So we want to start breaking down Kendall and the caterer boy.
Yeah, it's pretty much Kendall's pretty much kind of like on the hunt for more drugs. He had to tell Logan all that stuff, and it was rough on him. He's gone back to Stewie a couple of times. They celebrated, had some drugs. Goes back to Stewie again. It's like, man, I'm out of drugs. And maybe you need to hold off on the drugs because we got a couple of calls we got to be on later on to finalize all this stuff. And Phil's like, I got this. And he ends up going to see the waiter. I think who maybe he had some pot on him at the time, but he's like, "Oh yeah."
Is that the same way? Is that the same waiter?
That's the same waiter that Logan fired. Yeah.
Right.
So see, he's not in a great mindset right now. Anyway, they end up doing like I think some pot or something like that. But then he's like, I know somebody got some coke or something like that. But of course, I'm in no shape to drive because we just did all these drugs. And Kendall's like, I got you. So Kendall's going to drive him to this friend's house and get the drugs.
They also
Not
have a
the best
playful
idea.
conversation about maybe the waiter kidnapping him. Like,
Oh yeah, it's like I got a place I can hold you. Oh, you got a place you can hold me.
And
But yeah.
then driving goes off into the water. Kendall gets out. Guy does not.
There was a deer in the road, and the waiter did kind of grab at the wheel to like make sure he didn't hit the deer, and that's when they flew off. So yeah, but he didn't make it. Kendall tried to save him as best as he could in his state, and he was unable to. So as anyone else would do, he kind of fled the scene and walked all the way back to the castle. And
broke in, got in, changed, shower, went back to the party as normal. Went to bed that night. Woke up.
He might have been a little comatose of that walking comatose sort of thing. Shocks.
Woke up, kind of still weighing on his mind. Member of the group or whatever of Logan.
Yeah, Logan's head of security guy kind of pulls him aside. It's like, hey, I need you to come with me.
And then, let me tell you, if you want the definition without actually seeing someone on skates, this is a scene you need to look up because Kendall is on fucking ice skates. And Logan knows he's on ice skates because they're like, hey, did you know the Gator Boy, like the waiter died? And he's like, oh, yeah, well, I heard about it this morning. Oh, yeah. And so I start breaking down to him. And he's like, you're getting real stressed. Like, let me be real clear with you. Like, I think you need to leave here and I think you need to go on a plane. Like,
because he said, like, they found your room key. Like, with him there. Or
like
on
the evidence
there, yeah.
Well, I wasn't and he's trying to like dance out of it, and he's like, you need to go out, you need to leave and get on a plane because this will stick with you that a young man died under your hand. Like, this will follow you. Nothing else matters anymore. But you need to get on the plane and you need to leave.
Or I can take care of all this for you.
Yeah. I think it's insane. I think it's absolutely like Godfather level like acting from Brian Cox of just like basically ushers the two away like right when he knows he's got him, and like melts down, holds out his arms for the hug, has the person ready to take him like right at the door, like it's just straight, and like sitting on that toilet with Marsha sitting there is like, I need a lot of things that I don't have by tomorrow morning, and literally gets in his lap or not in his lap.
It's the last thing that you would expect when he's like, oh, I don't know if I can beat this. You don't expect this to be how he's able to beat it.
And you don't know how much involvement he like overall had in the thing because you don't really know that stuff, and I don't know how much he had, but I think he had some.
I was gonna bring this up. I was gonna wait till we got further into it. Do you guys think either Logan or he got somebody to go take the drugs out of Kendall's room to maybe force him to like go outside and maybe like
I think everything was
get
planted.
into like a bad situation?
I'm that conspiracy theorist. I think everything was planted. When there's like they're whispering at like the thing, I think there's so much conversation happening behind the scenes of what's happening that they're planting things in motion, like to block off the road, like make sure that we're like I know there's a deer, but I'm fully on there. I'm fully on everything.
I mean, it could have been Greg dressed up in a deer outfit.
I'm fully thinking they brought the deer in and just planted his ass right there. They're rich. They literally closed an airspace over New York, like real quick, because the president and Logan are buddies. But no, I think he did take the drugs. I think he made him forcefully make an error in that situation, and like, but I don't. But even if the drugs are out of the thing, like, how does he get him in the room?
Yeah,
How does he
I
get it
don't
into
know.
the water?
I don't think
So
he got that far. It's just.
But I don't know. Like,
Kendall fucked up.
it's cool to see Kendall fucked up and had everything set up and he let it go, or was Logan that foolproof to find some solution out there?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, did he talk to the guy? Did
he?
he talk to the kid to have him drive the thing and just thought he would make it a way out of it? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things. And Logan knowing he wasn't going to get out of the car. Like, there's that whole like theory that I have. Like, I don't know. Like, they don't tell me, so unless they tell me, I can come up with my own conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and anything's possible, you know. So,
but I think it was just beautiful where he had it. Like, he woke up. Even if you think that this just all fell into Logan's hands, that's just brilliant in general. Like, where he's like, "Hey, you had me at checkmate, and you literally just let yourself get checked. It's crazy."
you fumble it right there at the end,
and he fell right for it too. Because even if he didn't know that he didn't know he had the key, like any of the things that he made, because he knows the keys were in there because he couldn't get back into the place. Like, he knew that, like, there was evidence enough there. Now, did he take the key from him to make sure he didn't have it? So he planted, like, I don't know. Like, there's all this evidence that, but he fucked up. Kendall went with it, and Kendall agreed with all the terms. And like,
all Kendall had to do was just go back to his room and go to sleep, and he would have won. I mean, I'm sure he still would have found a way to fuck it up. But
it's a fragment to make it a complete.
Yeah, there's only 3 people in this show. Whoever the fuck that was, shut the fuck up.
I didn't want to say this, like, not in the sense that like I didn't like what happened, but I did feel like a little bit cock teased a little bit with, because like I was gearing up for like another like really awesome boardroom scene, and like we didn't get that. And I'm like, what? Well, we got is still good. I still like where it puts us at. But I was like,
they
man,
kind of found a way to kind of subvert you. You expected that, so they just like they zagged.
It's HBO, like, it's very classic. Gonna walk free, heads in a basket. Like, whoa, like, you think one way, it just snoops you in the other way. And like I think that this is gonna sound like I'm not trying to big brain this at all, but like, I think it's such like a psychological like element of a show, like the family dynamic, that the son stood up to the father and was rising against him, and then for him to still be checkmated by his dad, and just like, you thought you got me, and now you're in my arms crying. And don't worry, daddy will take care of you. Just go out this door. And realizes once he goes out that door, he can't sell those stocks for the 500 because now
Logan has evidence that you killed somebody.
has the evidence to get those stocks taken away from him if he wanted them. Like, Kendall has lost all his negotiating power in the matter of a moment because he got back on drugs. But don't worry, Daddy Logan will take care of you.
Dad'll protect you and put you up on a shelf.
Which we also pointed out, you know, the 7th episode. Kendall being back on drugs also Logan's fault.
Yeah, I also feel like Logan is definitely responsible for that.
But I think that's also strategic plan by him. But you gotta also think, when you like think of that element, right? He gets him back in the situation. Like, Kendall is. I had the thought, I just lost it. What were you guys saying? Try to reignite it. Because it was a sound point. It was like, back to the board. I'm glad we didn't get a boardroom scene, because I felt like that would have been redundant. If they ended it how they had the other attention point run, and the only way you do another boardroom scene is if it does a difference of opinion. If Kendall wins, Kendall can't win. Like, there's no way Kendall can win. Like Logan has to like. I feel like this show has to go where Logan has to die for like this to the family to get like different circumstances around it. Like I think Logan will always be there to be the like. And I will say, I think like Brian Cox is like if we had to rank acting performances like in this show, like the shows that we've done, Brian Cox as Logan right now would be very high up there as an actor. Like, and this is one season.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. Anything else? I think that's the biggest crux. I'm so excited to see where we go next. Because Kendall is apparently now back out of the equation for a little bit, but like, how is Shiv? Like, there's still the whole cruise line stuff. The presidential candidate and Logan haven't really agreed on any term like to lower their guns. So, how does that all work? What is he going to have on Shiv? Because he's going to have It's basically Batman.
Something.
It's Batman and the Justice League. Batman has contingency plans on everybody, and I think Logan has something on every one of his kids. Like he's ready to go at a moment's notice. Just here's a baggie of Coke. Like go take that.
I was saying most of it's pretty easy. Shiv might be a little bit harder, but Roman
Kendall's the
and,
easiest.
Kendall
You want some Coke? You want some cocaine? Get back on the wagon, buddy. Okay, I think we can. You got any kill counts?
I do have a kill count. We are all the way up to 1 kill on Succession, so we're doing all right.
Who died?
Yeah.
The waiter.
The waiter did die. And we'll get the other kill counts later. But nope, bad guy of the week. He didn't want to be bad guy of the week.
Do you want to score the season now, or do bad guy of the week first?
We'll do bad guy of the week because it includes all 3 shows, and then we'll do the Marty.
I mean, I was thinking Marty. Does anyone have a strong case for someone else?
You want to have somebody else?
I mean,
I
feel
think
like
Kevin could be up there.
what, Kevin?
From Leftovers, he's kidnapping fucking people. He's doing some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
What else has he done?
Sleepwalking.
Has he fucked a teenager?
I mean, I feel like I would consider Patty before I consider Kevin.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's totally fair too. She's just falling for her cause. Don't be a pussy.
I mean,
I
feel like everybody else in Succession feels like they just kind of cancel each other out. Like it's just like they're all just.
Yeah, Shiv
They're
would be
all
the
kinda
only one. Shiv would be the only one I would vote for this episode of bad guy.
I mean, Logan's kind of taking advantage of his son's.
Listen, they would be on fucking ramen noodles and fucking Cheerios if it wasn't for Logan. Fuck off. Oh my god, my daddy's rich and I have to do what he says. Fuck off. Like, where do I sign up?
I don't think Cody's going to put Logan as bad guy of the week at all.
Where do I sign up? Logan, you can adopt me anytime you want. I will literally do whatever you want.
I mean, I would just be like Connor, just like give me this nice little house over here. I'm fine. You run your company.
You know how you do it. You be Connor. Give him a sourdough starter. Don't agree with everything he says. Have a prostitute as a girlfriend. He doesn't have any problems.
I'm Connor. Just getting my little monthly allowance. I'm good.
Well,
I'm fully on Team Connor.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like after this week, I'm definitely not. I mean, because here's the only reason it gets Connor. Because like Connor, 100%, like if he could be like everybody else, he would. He just knows he can't. Like he doesn't have that killer instinct.
He wants to be president now.
That's because he's a fucking idiot. Like he honestly may be the dumbest of the 4. Like we're completely honest about that.
I mean, he knows what he's capable of, and he sticks to his. He's not out there chasing it like everyone else.
Yeah, but he also has his moments where he's like. Think he can be president and like he can't figure out fucking butter for dinner. He's one job. Like he's a moron. But yeah, for this Marty, like I don't think anybody else has a better case. Like Marty, like go back to back.
Yeah, Marty. Let's just decide on Marty. So this is gonna be hard for me. Season ranking for this. Matt, make sure you normally do it, so
I got you.
just keep track. I'm really struggling because I don't know what I would change in this first season.
Mhm.
And I don't want to put a perfect score on it because I know there's other episodes season to come.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stuck between a 4.5 and a 4 because I will give it a 4 if I get the caveat that after season 2 I can make it a 4.5.
What
If I don't get
do
that,
you want me to give you my score as someone who's seen all the seasons?
no, that seems that seems like me and Mark should go blank, and then you can just tack on.
Okay.
I mean, I know what I'm gonna give it honestly.
Go ahead, then you talk, and then maybe that'll help me.
I mean, I feel like probably of the three of us, I may be the lowest on this season. Not because I didn't like it, but I do think like it took some time to get going. Once it got going, it was good. And even though like I didn't like ultimately what happened with Kendall, I was ready for like kind of like a bigger blow up moment between the family. So I think I'm sitting at like a 3.5 out of 5. Like I think that's where I'm at right now for this first season.
Okay.
I'm a 4.5. That helped me. If Mark thought it sucked, like let me go. I'm just gonna. I don't know what that boardroom scene, the whole introduction to the characters, the Logan getting struggling with his health and then rising back and telling Kendall to go fuck off. I just think and then the wedding to conclude. I think it was overall just fire. I think it was fire. So I think I'm more at a 4.5. I could definitely argue for a 4, like, for like a 5, but I think there's room to grow in this for sure.
Yeah. I'm good at 4.0. I think out the gate it had a really good handle on a lot of these characters, and they all had chemistry with one another. The first few episodes, maybe the first 4 episodes, I think a little slow, maybe, but once it kind of gets in its groove, it's just nonstop from that point. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.0.
Okay, you said 4.5,
4.0.
4.0.
Yeah. So we got a 4.0, 4.5, and a 3.5.
So I think we settle on a 4.
Sure.
Mix of the.
Yeah.
If I'm the highest, you're the lowest. The medium would be 4. So, and then yeah, I think that's fair. 4.
Yeah.
So that's where we'll officially rank it. It will join. Get Mark. By the way, you brought that energy. I hope you realize you brought that energy because your True Detective season 1 is on the line next week. So you could have been a little bit more and less disrespectful.
Listen. I can't be anybody else but me. All right, that's how I felt. All right.
You know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. We're done for this week. We'll be back next week with our new show. Again, this is when you're watching this. We will be on winter break, so we will not know how you're all feeling. We'll check back in. Hope you're enjoying it, and then we will announce probably at the end of season 2 of this show of what we are planning to do on the following. Not season 2. How many seasons is Succession?
4.
Okay, into season 3 probably is when we'll break down and let you know because we already have it planned. We're ready to go. Me and Mark talked to the powers that be. Said, hey, if we're gonna keep doing this, do you guys want to keep doing this? We're like, yeah, we enjoy it. And then they're like, greenlit. Only had to pay $1, so that's really good.
My contract, I got a bump up, so
Yeah, he did.
We're good. We're good, guys.
That kill count synopsis. He came to the table. He's like, listen, I keep the kill counts. I keep what we give every score for it, and then also, I've added synopsis this year, so I think a little bit more. So he went from 75 cents to $1.50. Don't
just
tell
got
the
all of Mike and Nazario's shares just like kind of swooped over to me, so it is good to go.
Don't let anybody tell you the American dream is dead. It is still alive and
I'm a self-made man like Logan Roy himself.
We will see with less scars. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.